57% of people under 21 have reported doing it, and in 2005 alone, it cost Minnesota over $900 million. Underage drinking is the problem, and it has become the leading cause of teenage automobile accidents and sexual assault. But on October 14, 2009, the St. Paul City Council adopted a new ordinance to battle this issue. With a unanimous decision, the 239th chapter of the St. Paul Legislative Code was put into place, known as the Social Host Ordinance. Councilmember Russ Stark explains.
The Social Host Ordinance holds people accountable for underage drinking if they're hosting an event or a party where it takes place. It kind of is a way to close what our law enforcement folks tell us was kind of a loophole in the existing laws, where it was already illegal for someone to directly furnish someone underage with alcohol, but if someone just showed up at a party and had been drinking, it's unclear who may have furnished the alcohol itself. So this kind of clarifies that if you are hosting a party and don't take reasonable steps to prevent people underage from drinking, then you can be held accountable for that activity.
This ordinance is unique because it makes underage drinking at parties a criminal offense rather than a civil offense. Violation of this ordinance could result in up to 90 days in jail or a $1,000 fine. It was a team effort between the City Attorney's Office and the St. Paul Police Department.
And most we do is we charge the minors, the kids who are there partying, with the minor consumption and minor possessions. And that itself is not a solution. It doesn't help stop or curb the problems of binge drinking and the problems that associate with the underage consumption parties. So we wanted a way that we can address it, and what we need to do and focus was, how can we attack the location? If we can address the location where alcohol has been served or being consumed, that hopefully will help the neighbors quiet down the noise level at these parties. And we really want the host to be responsible hosts.
The purpose of it is not to fine people or put people in jail, however. It's really to act as a deterrent to some of the party-type behavior that we're seeing, especially around our college campuses in the city. And we feel that it's a good tool for preventing some of the most dangerous forms of underage drinking, where you've got big parties and big groups and there's the peer pressure to drink more and to do things that are unsafe.
Having only come into effect recently, the ordinance is already rapidly changing the behavior of party hosts. This includes neighborhoods around colleges like the University of St. Thomas. Josh Hengemuhle tells us more.
I think there's a potential for students to be a little bit more aware of their actions. In fact, even after we started to do some of the publicity about it coming from the city here, the change with the Social Host Ordinance, we started to see some students who were hosting gatherings at their houses starting to have signs saying, you know, if you're under 21, you're not welcome to drink here. I've heard of students using wristbands to identify those who are over 21 at their parties. So clearly some students are already taking some very positive actions in being responsible and still having the social gatherings they want to. And so we hope that something like this will continue to increase that awareness.
If you or someone you know is planning on hosting a party, or if you have any questions about the Social Host Ordinance, please visit stpaul.gov/ward4 and click on the quick link labeled Social Host Ordinance Announcement. You'll find information such as who is liable under the new ordinance and steps to be a responsible host. With the City of St. Paul, I'm Robert Edwards.